The steel-hulled submarines of the Project 971 Shukabi, designated by the West as Akula class, were easier and cheaper to build than the Sierras, and are essentially successors to the prolific Victor class. Today, they make up about half of Russia's dwindling fleet of nuclear-powered attack submarines. Though in 2019 only 2 of these boats were in active service. Another 7 were being repaired and were inactive. A total of 20 Akula-class boats were laid down, though some of them were never completed. The first 7 boats, designated in the West as the Akula I class, were the Puma, Delphin, Cachalot, Bars, Kit, Pantera and Narval. 5 more, the Vogue, Morsch, Leopard, Tiger and Draken, are classified as the Project 971U or Improved Akula class. The Vepr was built to further improve Project 971M, or Akula II class. 3 additional boats, the Belgograd and Kugwar, launched in the late 1990s as Akula II class boats. At least 2 more were projected but were not built. Boat Dnepr began sea trials in 2008. In 2011 this boat was leased to India until 2021 to 2022. It was commissioned with the Indian Navy in 2012 as INS Chakra. Many of these boats were renamed over time. The design was approved in the early 1970s but modified in 1978 to 80 to carry the Granat, Western reporting name SS-N-21 or Samson, land attack cruise missiles. The Akula marked a significant improvement in Soviet submarine design as it is far quieter than the Victor and earlier SSNs. Furthermore, it was far quieter than Western countries expected. The use of commercially available Western technology to reduce noise levels played an important role in this, eroding a long-held NATO advantage in the underwater Cold War. Sensors were also much improved, the use of digital technology enabling them to detect targets at 3 times the range possible in a Victor. The Akulas sport a massive teardrop-shaped pod on the after fin. This houses the SCAT 3 VLF passive towed array. There is an escape pod built into the fin. The improved Akula and Akula II boats are fitted with 6 additional 533mm external torpedo tubes. As these cannot be reloaded from within the pressure hull, it is considered likely they are fitted with the Tsakra SS-N-15 Starfish anti-submarine missile. Additionally, the Akula II boats are credited with an increased operational diving depth. Since 1986 boats were built to improve Project 971U standard, Western reporting name Improved Akula class. The Vepr and Jeopard boats of the improved Project 971M, Western reporting name Akula II class, employ additional quieting measures. These became the first Russian submarines that were quieter than improved Los Angeles class, latest U.S. attack submarines of that time. Russian advances in sound quieting were considerable concern to the West. The U.S. Navy had enjoyed technological edge over the Soviets from 1945 until the mid-1980s. However, in the late 1980s Soviets were catching up. In response, the U.S. Navy launched extremely advanced Seawolf-class submarines. For Akula I boats were decommissioned off in the late 1990s and were eventually scrapped. Surviving boats are divided between the Northern and Pacific fleets. In the future the older Akula-class boats will be replaced by the new Grainy-class nuclear-powered attack submarines. A couple of these submarines are being built for the Russian Navy. In 2021 India refused to extend the lease agreement of the K-152 Nirpa boat, locally known as the INS Chakra. There were reports that Indian Navy was struggling to maintain this nuclear-powered submarine, especially its nuclear propulsion system. In 2019 to 2021 due to servicing problems the INS Chakra spent most of the time moored to its pier, hence the decision not to extend the lease.